What is up, everyone? Jay here with another Fire Emblem Heroes video, and today we're going to take a look at this month's Mythic, which is the return of the King Freyr, the Dream King himself, finally getting into the game after what, like 2 years? 2 or 3 books? I don't even know what book we're on at this point. But yeah, it's been a long time and he's finally playable, and he's broken the curse because, you know, that's kind of the joke or the curse of FEH. A lot of the male OCs that are prominent in the story, you know, they don't become mythics. Like Fafnir, for example, Bruno. I mean, Bruno's got an alt. He's got like 2 alts, but he's never been released as a mythic. And Freyr is finally kind of breaking that trend. So he's literally the GOAT. So he's the return of the king. He pulled a Michael Jordan out of retirement. So yeah, he's back, and he is a blue beast cavalier. I mean, I guess I can't say he's back technically because he was never actually playable, but you know what I mean. But yeah, he's in a blue beast cavalier, like I said, and he is an anima mythic, and he's actually really good. Really good, honestly. Very anti-meta, and we'll get to why he is anti-meta. So I'm just glad to see him because I liked him in the story. You know, he doesn't have as many fans as Fafnir, I'd say, but definitely Freyja is happy. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, there he is. He's got the stat spread you'd expect. High attack, good bulk on both sides, and low speed. His summer version also has a similar stat spread, but he comes with attack, defense, clash, low attack, defense 4, and a new C skill, which is of course his PRF. So let's look at it. So his weapon, Dream Horn, gives him -1 cooldown at the start of combat, and if he's alive, he inflicts attack, defense -X on the foe. X equaling 50% of the highest total bonuses among unit and allies within 3 spaces of unit +6. So this is a lot of attack and defense debuff you can get, because his C skill also gives him buffs, which will play into getting this condition for further stats. So that's really good, and it's within 3 spaces of unit +6. So highest totals bonuses among unit and allies. So that's very potent. And then he also makes a guaranteed follow-up attack, of course, because he definitely needs it because he's super slow. And then he reduces damage from attacks during combat and from AoEs by 30%. So it's just a flat 30%, no stat check or anything. At the start of turn, if he's adjacent to only beast or dragon allies or is not adjacent to any ally, he transforms, of course. Otherwise, unit reverts, and if unit transforms, he grants attack +2 to himself, inflicts a further attack defense -X on the foe during combat, X equaling the number of spaces from start position to the end position to whoever initiated combat +3 max 6. So basically kind of like the clash effect. And also if X is greater than or equal to 5, he reduces damage from the foe's first attack by 30%. So if the farther the foe is and the farther they try to initiate, he also gets more damage reduction. So this weapon's solid for sure. Gives him a lot of attack and defense, which is definitely his main stats, and also gives him damage reduction, which he also could definitely use. So yeah, Dreamhorn is definitely pretty good. He comes with Ignis, and then he comes with attack, defense, clash, which is great, which is perfect with his weapon, of course, to have basically double clash. And he's going to be very bulky. He's going to have a lot of attack and defense. And then, of course, with low attack defense, he's going to make himself even bulkier. We've seen low speed defense on Summer Shez, which is the same thing, just for attack and defense, depending on the number of bonus effects that the foe has. He gives further stats and also neutralize their buffs, so that's really good. And then he comes with the C skill, which is the one that makes him anti-meta. So Dream Deliverer, at the start of player phase or enemy phase, if unit is within 2 spaces of an ally, he neutralizes any penalty that takes effect on unit or allies within 2 spaces of unit at this time. So this means, because he's a defense mythic, right, he'll be able to stop Elamine, for example. So false start is a penalty, I believe, so that would play into this. So basically, if Elamine tries to false start anybody that's within 2 spaces of him, he can neutralize those penalties, which makes him super anti-meta, because, you know, he doesn't have to try to meet her res check or anything. He can just neutralize that. Obviously, there's other units as well. It doesn't have to be just Elamine, but Elamine is the most notable one because he is an anima mythic, and of course Elamine is an astro mythic, so they line up with seasons. So yeah, Dream Deliverer is really good for that, and just in general, even Chaos Season, for example, he can stop you know, stuff like Severance from Embla or something. So yeah, Dream Deliverer is really good. And then furthermore, at start of turn, if unit is within 2 spaces of an ally, he grants defense res +6, which plays into his weapon, and also resonant shields, which is cool. So he gets extra stats. And also I think resonant shields means they can't make a follow-up attack, if I remember correctly. I could be wrong, but I think that's what resonance does. To unit and allies within 2 spaces of unit for 1 turn, and if unit is within 3 spaces of an ally, he grants defense res +4 to unit during combat, and also inflicts special cooldown charge -1 on the foe during combat. So he has guard, he has penalty, anti-penalty stuff, anti-Elamine stuff, further stats, more bulk, and yeah, he's really good. So I apologize if you hear my dog barking, but yeah. Freyr, even though he might not be the most popular OC ever, he's really good and very anti-meta. I kind of want to get him because with this, he can give this to Citrine, and Citrine is crazy with her effects that she can take at the start of turn. So yeah, Freyr, really cool to see him in the game finally, and he's a beast for sure. He's the GOAT, literally. So there he is, attacking this red mana key and just blowing him to bits, debuffing his stats hella. And then him right here, he's just gonna kill Elm, because screw Elm, right? He's gonna kill him, because why not? So yeah, goodbye Elm. But yeah, Freyr is really good, and I'm glad he's finally in the game. I mean, it's a good thing, honestly, that he's in now, because if he was in back then when like Freyja was released, he might have aged poorly, just like with his sister, because Freyja's not that good right now. So yeah, the rest of the units on the banner, we have Legendary Lina, Legendary Sigurd, Atri, Thor, there's Elamine, we were just talking about her, Medius, thank goodness I plus 10 him already, Arvel, and we have Celine, and then we have Ingrid, who came kind of early, honestly, and then Nerthus, and then Male Alir. So he just came out as the freebie, and now he's finally on the banner, or finally on a banner. So yeah, looking at this banner, blue is pretty good. You have Nerthus, you have the two goats, you have Nerthus and Freyr, who both have really good fodder, and they're pretty good in their own right. Freyr being very supportive. I mean, honestly, they're both Blue Beast Cavaliers, but I would say Freyr is better because he can function in combat, and he can also function supportively, while Nerthus is mainly offense. However, you know, of course, Nerthus is faster. Freyr's gonna have to deal with no follow-up, but still, I'd say Freyr is better for sure. But Nerthus is also good in her own right for sure. And then also in the blue, you have Rearmed Ingrid, who provides the Arcane Lewin, which is one of the better arcane weapons. Very, very good. I just gave it to my Summer Ogma, and it's really, really fun on him. Kind of tempted to pull another Ingrid because I can duplicate the skills if I get another one. But yeah, I'd say blue is probably the best color on the banner. Looking at card list, we have Medius, Elamine, and Arvel, which looks like maybe the second best color because Medius is still a good Dark Mythic. Overall, he's still really bulky. Elamine is amazing, of course. Even though Freyr does kind of put a halt to her plans, she's still great. If someone doesn't have Freyr, then she can still be great. And then Arvel, who can definitely catch people off guard with his power and how hard he can hit. And then we're looking at red, we have Lilina, Legendary Sigurd, and Male Alir. Now, Male Alir, he's new, so he's pretty good, but his fodder, it's great, but he has Green Feud, which is kind of weird compared to his female counterpart, which has Speed Smoke 4, but he does have Ideal 4 and Repel 4, which is cool. Legendary Lilina, you know, she's still a decently strong nuke at this point. I mean, Gifted Magic still doesn't, I mean, not still, but it doesn't hit as hard as it used to, but, you know, if you have a Cav line, she can definitely put in work. Legendary Sigurd, the guy who made Cav lines go crazy, he's still, I mean, he's gotten better because of Embla, because of the stoppage of saves, but he's definitely not the best Sword Cavalier anymore. You know, he's been kind of dethroned by a lot of others, including Brave Seliph, his son. And then we look at green. We have Celine, she's alright. She's not an amazing mage, but she's unique with all that healing, and she also has Cancer Control, which is notable. Then Thor is also here, and Atri. So I'd say green is probably the worst, because like Atri's not that great, honestly. Thor is pretty good. I mean, she's not as good as she used to. I feel like Worldbreaker is, there's just so many special charge effects now, and we have Flash Sparrow and skills like that, and it's kind of hard sometimes to get within that 2-space range, but she can still work as a mythic for sure. So I'd rank the colors blue is the best, colorless next, red I guess, and then green. I think green and red are tied probably. That's why I'd rank the colors. But yeah, I'm glad this banner is kind of skippable for me, even though I'm kind of tempted to summon for it, because like I said, Freyr would be really fun with Citrine, and just to have him as a mythic would be really good against Elamine. And also Ingrid, like I mentioned. But yeah, this banner is pretty good. It's not like super duper amazing overall. Definitely seen better ones, but Freyr is definitely a welcome addition. I'm glad that he's finally in the game, because now Fafnir fans are like, we have hope, you know what I mean? We have hope that Fafnir and maybe Bruno will finally be mythics. Who knows? It might be a long time, because we definitely waited for a long time for Freyr, but nonetheless, I'm glad he's in the game. But yeah, that is the banner for Freyr, the Dream King. Let me know what you guys think down below if you're going to summon. Good luck if you do, and leave a like if you enjoyed. Please stay safe out there. Peace out.